What's happening? We only have about a week to go until we get the new cards from Destined Rivals, so I'm at the point where I'm just going to start putting things together and see if it works. So let's go to the deck list. Alright, so today we all know what Dragapult does by now, so let's just skip that part of the video and go to Espathra EX. It's got the Dazzling Gaze ability, which makes your opponent have 1 extra energy in order to attack. That is such a pain, especially with all these Terra Pokemon using the Sparkling Crystal to attack with 1 less energy. So even if they have it, they're going to have the original energy amount in order to attack. And don't forget, we hit all the dark Pokemon that have weakness to grass. We hit them for double. So not only do they have to add the energy, which helps our attack, we then hit them for weakness. So on top of that, we play a whole bunch of Iono, and I went with the Unfair Stamp for even more disruption to their hand. Now I kind of built this to go first or second, so I added in a Cleffa so you can get everything down and then use Cleffa to try to find your Drakloaks and Espathra so you're ready for your second turn. And now, of course, we are always scared of those Oko decks, so those big basics, they got to deal with Pokemon League Headquarters plus Espathra's ability. That would make 2 extra energy just on the attacking Pokemon alone, making it a lot more difficult in order for them to one-shot. And on top of that, I've played the Rigid Band to make Espathra 290 HP on the first go-around. So pretty straightforward. We all kind of know how it works. So let's hit the ladder and see it in action. All right, going against a Dragapult. And I got to go first, Flittle. So Dreepy. Boom. We will put this here. Now the question is, do I put down my headquarters? I think I do. Can't retreat. There we go. So we got a little shrug of the shoulders. Maybe they've never seen Espathra in Dragapult. I mean, I guess not. So now, I Drakloak. Since I have so many cards, I think I Iono. Okay, that kind of stinks. Why would you Iono when I only had 3 cards? I had the 3 perfect cards. But let's see what we get, and that does not help. Okay. That does not help at all. They put the energy there. Oh, they did not want to... Okay. Well, that's good, because now I get to go into my deck, go get a couple Dreepy, and put that there. I'm going to put this down, and then I'm going to Iono, because I want... now that I shuffled, I want to get those Drakloak back. Come on. All right, I got 1. I also have this. I've got that. We're going to put this there so I can get that Defiance Band. We are going to Recon Directive for a 5th card. We are going to get Ultra Ball. Do I want to Ultra Ball anything? Yeah, you know what? Let's do it. Let's Ultra Ball for another Drakloak. We're gonna make sure that we can draw, and then Cleffa's going to do some, we're going to get a 3rd card, and then Cleffa's going to get us more. Let's get the Fire Energy, and now Grasping Draw. It doesn't work because I put down, that's okay. Grasping Draw doesn't work because I put down the headquarters, and I don't have an extra energy. That's okay because I do have another Iono. So we will get to put the Psychic on Espathra, come up with Espathra because Cleffa has free retreat, and then Iono again, just to keep messing with them. And again, they don't come up with Badoo. Oh, because of the headquarters. That's right. They got the same problem like I do with Grasping Draw. That's why they're not coming up with Badoo. So the question is, can I get a boss? Because if I can get a boss, I want to hit out this Drakloak. Okay, there goes Unfair Stamp. Can't play that now. At any point during the game. They're going to switch into Badoo. Because they don't want me to knock it out. But we're going to do the same thing here. We have 6 cards we're going to see. Right? And I just want one of them to be a boss. Come on, give me a boss. Arven. No. Because otherwise, I'm not going to Iono. There's no way. No boss. We will go with energy. And one more. Is it a boss? Come on. For the love of God, give me a boss. I'm not going to Iono. I'm just going to hit out. There we go. Cyball hit out for 90. It would have been great had I found the boss. But they only have 2 Drakloaks. Let's see what they find. Let us see what they find. They come up with the one with energy, which makes sense. If you have a Dragapult in hand. EXP share. They're going to unfair stamp. It's not so bad. Espathra with an energy. Now they recon. If they don't find Dragapult, they're going to have to retreat. And with my Drakloaks, I get to see 6 cards. Take 3. All right, so they did their recon directives. Attach energy. Brock's get. Okay, that gets him the Dragapult. I was wondering. I was like, you're going to stay up there? Now, the Dragapult does 2-shot me. Also, we'll take out... So it's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 150. Yeah, I can start attaching to one of my Drakloaks that's not going to get damage on it. Jet Headbutt. Oh, that's right. They can only use the Jet Headbutt because of the Espathra's ability. That is phenomenal. All right, what are we hitting for? 150. We're going to make it here because I want to hit him for 180. And now I can get the Iono if I choose. Do I want to Iono? I have the switch. I don't know what they have, but I'm going to go on a limb. I'm just not going to do it. Another Iono. So I want that to go to the bottom of the deck. I don't need 2 Ionos in my hand. Let's get the Dragapult or Fire. Let's get the Dragapult because I could find a Crispin. And we will put it here. I'm going to put it down already. And hit for 180. I mean, I guess I could have held that. Maybe I did that a little premature. But yeah, they're only hitting for 40 because they need to attach another energy to Dragapult in order to Phantom Dive. But I guess I also could put it down, Dragapult, just in case they Iono. Alright, they decided they're just either going to retreat this, right? Or they're just going to just hit me for another 40. And then I get the knockout. That's funny. They got a Pokemon League headquarters as well. Dragapult there. Do they just retreat? But then they could just headbutt. I do have a switch in my hand. Okay, now they can actually hit for 200. And then probably take out Cleffa. Yeah, took out Cleffa there. So we got to try to get Drakloak ready. I do have a switch. Alright, so switch. Come up here. And I think what I do is I just boss. We're going to boss this guy. So at least then I can get my recon directive here. I can't play the unfair stamp. Recon directive again. Arven. I'm not going to Iono. Well, I can't Iono. I just, yeah. So we're going to hit this for 180. And there we go. Okay, now what I need to do is find a Crispin. Oh, this isn't looking good here. If they find an energy, all right, they Iono. I need a Crispin and a Dragapult. There's a Crispin. And Night Stretcher can get me a Dragapult if it gets knocked out. They've got another Drakloak. To get nothing in the discard I need. Because we're gonna put this energy on whatever Drakloak doesn't take damage. Although I don't think any will. But it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, they did not find an energy to attach. That is huge. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this here. We're going to recon directive. I've got a boss. We're going to use that. Another Drakloak. Come on. There's the Dragapult. Now the question is, do I put it down? Or do I Crispin? Alright, so we're going to Crispin both of these. This one's going to go in my hand. I'm going to use this there. so they can't knock me out. I'm gonna put it down because now I have all my attackers ready to go, and hit it for 180, taking the knockout. And that now down to 3 prizes. There's another. There's the last Drakloak. I needed to find that. All right, they have to add an energy here. If they don't add the energy here, let's see, research. All right, so they can't Crispin. And they 160, 200, 170. Oh, they knocked me out. Barely, but they knocked me out. All right, there's the energy. But now, yes, you're going to knock me out. I'm going to come up with a fresh Dragapult. Knock out this Dragapult. And then they would have to find a Crispin. But I am going to Iono. Yeah, I mean, that's 170, just enough. Okay, we are going to come up with this. I'm going to Iono. I also now get to put a Drakloak right here. Let's see. Where do I want to attach the energy just in case? I guess we'll just put one here. We'll put this here. And we are going to Iono down to 3. Yes, Iono down to 3. Can Unfair Stamp. And we're just, that was it. That Iono, they just said, forget it. There's no way it's going to happen now. That was great. All right, we got a Larvitar. Ooh, we're going to be locked out on items. I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is the item lock one. Not the other. And of course they got Jamming Tower. All right, well we have, let's go get a whole bunch. Oh wow. Okay. Well, whole bunch. We got one Buddy-Buddy, right? So we've got a Buddy-Buddy. So I can go get 2 Dreepies. And I'm going to put this there. I can go straight into a Dragapult if I need to. That's it. Because I've got 2 Drakloaks ready. Actually, a dynamite start here. Rare Candy straight into... Oh, it's the Tyranitar EX. All right, this does 50 damage for each energy attached to this Pokemon. So you're actually going to knock me out. Plus, and they get to discard... Okay. All right, so this is... And actually, we're weak. So, they're going to come up with the first one. Unfortunately, yep. They're going to do... Okay. We're going to come up with Dreepy. Now, the question is, do I go straight into Dragapult? Oh, okay. Another Dreepy. And now, we're turning this into a Dragapult, but the whole point is so I can come up with Flittle, because they are weak to there. So let's just... Do I smack it, or do I give them another one? Let's see, 70 and 60. Now I'm going to come down here. I'm going to go on to this one. I'm going to give them a prize card. There we go. We will put down a Drakloak so I can get some more, because maybe actually I just come up with... Alright, so Iono... Alright, since I have that one, do I come up with Cleffa? You know what? Let's just Iono and I get 6, they get 5. And maybe I get an energy in Cleffa? Okay. I should have taken the energy. Alright, so we'll get Fez. Alright, we're gonna work through this. Maybe if I get an energy, I could get Cleffa, but at this point, so we'll go here. We can get Cleffa. Am I gonna get any 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm not even going to get any. But, oh wait, do I have energy? I don't have energy. So there's no point in Cleffa. So we will get Dreepy. We've got a Espathra going already. Alright. We are going to give him another prize. But then, we're going to start coming up with Dragapult. So I can Arven for Vessel. It's definitely a weird Weird card to go against here, this Tyranitar EX, but I like it. Okay, grind for 100. All right, but now, here's where I get to come up. I'll come up with Dragapult, because then I can come up with Espathra after. All right, so put Espathra down. Put this down. Let's see what we can do here with flip the script. We get, that's the wrong one. All right, we're not going to get anything else out. Let's Recon Directive. I'm looking for a Psychic here. I could Crispin. And I think actually I might do that. Let's Crispin. One of each. So we'll hold this one in our hand. We'll go here so we could start doing that. And then what I want to do is, because they're weak, I'm going to start coming up with that. We will get rid of an Arven. Go get another Drakloak. Put that down. Now I have more draw power. Let's Recon Directive. Get another Psychic. So I can put that on Espathra. And now I'm going to Phantom Dive. And we'll put 30 here and 30 here. So I can get whichever one they evolve. I can get the other one if they evolve them. All right, so the energy, the psychic energy goes on Espathra. And I'm going to let them keep, all right, so Grand Tree. All right, so they are going to get one there. I'm not going to use the Grand Tree. Not that I can anyway. All right, so they got another Tyranitar EX. But that's where I'm going to come up with a Espathra here. Because their whole point is they want to add energy, which go ahead. And I'm just going to keep attaching to Espathra here. All right. So put 30 there. But all right, I get to take 3 prizes next turn. They're going to grind. It's only 100 damage. Don't need Cleffa. All right, let's get our hand bigger here. See what we got. We got a Dragapult Night Stretcher. Let's get the Night Stretcher. And now Recon Directive. Switch or Headquarters. You know what? Let's get the Headquarters so they can't use the Grand Tree again. Not going to make that mistake. Put this energy there. What's its 3 retreat. So let's boss come up here. And now let's see. Yeah. 200. And then now I'm going to basically, there we go. I'm going to nail that. Oh, I should have put the other 2 there. I got a little too excited. I only needed 4. Well, that's okay. We got this anyway. I should have put the other 2 on the Tyranitar. But now I could boss either one. I think the right thing would be to boss the other one again. Knock it out and then put all 6 damage counters here. Let's see what they're going to do. They're going to... This attack does 50 damage for each. All right. Because we know Monkey Dory is going to keep chucking it back. But they're only chucking 3. I'm dropping 6. And yeah, I'm going to let Dragapult just keep doing its thing and then come up with a Espathra at the end. Okay, 160. Grind for another 100. All right, so I got one more shot with this one. We are going to take... All right, so let's Drakloak for energy. Because we want to put more energy on Espathra. So it can one-hit KO everything. Recon Directive for Iono. I think, do I want to Iono right now? No, let him take the other prize. All right. So 200 here, and then we will put all of it. 200. Actually, let's put it on, because I do need 5. That one I'm not worried about. That one's a KO. Let's put it on here. I'm really not worried about Tyranitar EX. I'm going to knock it out anyway. All right, Rigid Band and switch. All right, so now they come up with Fez. Unless they're playing another Monkey Dory and they get energy on, they can't knock this Dragapult out. So I put the Rigid Band down, and then basically I have 290 HP. All right, so they take it from there. A Joltik. Oh, that's just... They're going to put that and then... Oh, they're going to... Okay. Yeah, we're not going to Iono. We are going to boss. So we're going to switch boss the Tyranitar. I think. Are they going to come up with Joltik? To try to put... Yeah, okay. I see their plan here. It's to try to put... but we're going to just boss it up. I mean, I have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have 11 cards in my hand. I mean, they can Iono. And they just concede. Oh, I wanted to see it play out. Yeah, I think we had it with the setup. I don't think we were worried about that. All right, Grimmsnarl. We know the point of this deck. It's probably going to be the Ferocious Monkey Dory. Now, Grimmsnarl is also weak to Espathra. And we know they need at least 2 energy, which means we got to get at least 3 for a 1-hit KO. They got a rescue board, and that's it? You got nothing? And I don't have an energy, so we'll just Arven for this, and we will go get the Defiance Band, since we already have that. We will go get this to get Dreepies. We will go with Flittle, because I don't have an energy in order to get out. So we'll put this, because that's my stage 1. And we'll just... There's no way for me to get out of the active. That really stinks, because I could use the Ultra Ball to go get Cleffa, but I have no way of getting out of the active. I didn't get any energy or any other way to get it, and they're going straight into the Grimmsnarl. Oh, this could be bad. Because now they're just going to start picking away. 180 plus 30. And they see Espathra. Now, the cool thing is, if I can get the Espathra, which I think I can with the... Okay. Nope. All right. We need a Psychic Energy plus a way to get Espathra. Wow. We got it. We got it. So I think by them attaching the extra energy, I'm going to knock them... I think I'm going to knock them out, right? Let's see. Jet, 130. I get Monkey Dory. All right, but there's no damage right now. And I'm looking to go 1-hit KO. Shadow Bullet. There it is. Of course, you hit the little Flittle. Good thing we have 50 HP. All right, let's come up. See what we got. I don't... All right, fire. So we're going to go here with this. We're going to go... I'm going to get rid of the counter catcher here. And go get Espathra. And I believe I have the knockout as it stands. I do. So what I'm going to do now is go get Fez. So I can get some more cards. Get down Fez. Put Fez down. And flip the script. Get some more cards. I can Arven for... Let's see... Unfair Stamp. And the tool doesn't matter. And I'm just doing that because I want 5 cards. I don't want... we'll actually put this on here for now. We're going to Unfair Stamp. Yeah, I know they only go from 3 to 2. But I needed extra cards. And I needed this. And I think I'm going to leave it there. Because now I can Recon Directive. We'll go with this in case I need to attack. I don't. 360. There it is. I did not want to go into the Dragapult right away. Because I want to find the Drakloak and go withdraw. Since they had so much energy there, we're good. That was one heck of a turn too. And they just attach energy and pass. And there's a Drakloak. So what do I need? 90. I need 1 more energy, which will attach there. We will do a double Recon Directive. There's that energy. Now I can just start placing energy where I need. There's Iono. Not going to do that. Do we want a Crispin? No. 120. I've got it. There we go. Great. And Espathra's going to do its thing because now they need extra energy in order to do an attack. And there's Impidimp. And they do get Rare Candy straight. But now they need at least 3 energy, and I'm just going to knock them out. Otherwise, they can't do an attack. They don't even have it. They've got the 1 energy. Unfair Stamp did its thing. And at this point, we just attach energy and then win the game. Oh, yes. So we're at to play these games. If you're not ready for Espathra, it is such a pain to deal with. Even with the Crispins, you still need an extra energy. So if you don't gear up before it comes out, you are in trouble. It's been one of my favorite cards to use in a bunch of decks in a bunch of different formats. I think this one, it might be a nice sweet spot for it. Let me know what you think about it in the comments below, and I'll see you next time.